Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds here at Grady Veterinary Hospital. I'm here to talk with you today about the importance of spaying and neutering your animals. There's really three big reasons, three big categories that I like to talk to owners about for the reason why I recommend spaying and neutering. The first one being that the United States and the world is tremendously overpopulated with dogs and cats. Each year, approximately 7.6 million dogs and cats across the United States enter shelters. And of that 7.6 million, 2.7 million of those get euthanized. And as a pet owner, lover, and as a veterinarian, that number is sickening to me. And one of the biggest components of spaying and neutering is preventing unexpected litters. My second reason for wanting to have dogs and cats spayed and neutered at an early age is to prevent health issues. As a veterinarian, that's pretty much my job. So the two big things that can happen with a female dog that are intact is they can develop what's called a pyometra, which is an infection of their uterus. This is life-threatening. It often involves hospitalization and emergency surgery. This gets very expensive. The normal cost of a spay is roughly between $400 and $500. The rough cost of a pyometra, animal coming in, being hospitalized for a few days in the surgery, gets closer to around the $3,000 range. So this is something that a lot of people, financial constraints are sometimes a reason not to spay or neuter. And this is one big reason where prevention is much more affordable than later on down the road if the disease occurs. The second health issue with female dogs, female intact dogs, is mammary cancer. Dogs, just like people, develop breast cancer. And in dogs, this is a very aggressive cancer, just as in people. And if we spay female dogs prior to their first heat or after their first heat, prior to their second, they're far less likely to develop this cancer. It's astronomical difference. We almost never see mammary cancer in a spayed female dog, and the cases that we do see are usually older intact females. So by doing this, again, saves a lot of money. The health of your dog is most important, and these cancers are aggressive and can really shorten your dog's life. There are also some health concerns with intact males that make them predisposed to certain diseases. Those diseases include testicular cancer and prostatic disease. The prostatic disease can involve an infection involving the prostate, and also what's called benign prostatic hyperplasia, which is a disease that we see where the prostate enlarges. It actually is reversible with neutering, so if you do have an older dog, it's not too late. And we can also, with testicular cancer, if they develop that, we can also neuter at that time, but we can easily prevent these. These procedures become more expensive as dogs get older because it's a more complicated procedure. If you do it when they're younger, we prevent these diseases, and it's cheaper and easier on your wallet. My third reason for having dogs and cats spayed and neutered at an early age is to prevent behavioral issues. These behaviors include roaming, which male dogs and cats that are intact are notorious for getting hit by cars because they're out seeking female mates that are in heat. These dogs can easily disappear and cover miles, not only putting them at risk for getting hit by a car, but also just being lost and not returning to your home. The second behavioral issue is aggression. When we have aggressive dogs in the household, it's common that they're intact. And unfortunately, if we wait too long, these behaviors, say that we wait for these behaviors to develop, we have an intact male dog, they're a couple years old and they start to be fearful and aggressive. When we neuter at that time, you're less likely to fix the problem. It's easier to prevent the problem than to fix it. Another behavior that commonly causes a problem in households with unneutered males is inappropriate urination. This is more common in cats, and male cats that aren't castrated. They will, when female cats start to become in heat, then even if they're outside, not even in your home, the male cats can sense that. They urinate around the house, marking their territory. That owners come in mad as can be because their house smells like cat urine, and this is almost eliminated if neutering is done early. So those are my three main reasons why I recommend spaying and neutering. Here at Grady Veterinary Hospital, we recommend spaying and neutering our animals at 6 months of age. At this age, the animals are just coming into puberty, and at this time, if you spay at this time, you prevent a lot of the health issues as well as the behavioral issues.